We've been intrigued by Zooble for nearly a year now, but they haven't shared much about her until episode 3, when she finally emerged as one of the main characters. We witnessed Cain trying to persuade Zooble to join him on his adventures countless times, but each attempt ended in complete failure. As a result, in episode 3, Cain decided to change tactics and allow us to see something entirely new and unexpected in the digital circus.
What the? Could you have done that the whole time?
Zubal, I just want to get to the bottom of why you keep skipping all my amazing adventures. You could end up really hurting Bubbles' feelings.
Bubbles' feelings?
Enough about Bubbles' feelings. How about your feelings? So, what's on your mind, Zubal?
I would rather not.
That's hilarious! Go on.
No, I mean, I've already told you what my problem is. You just never remember because... never mind.
My mind is a beeswax polished coconut. Nothing ever escapes these cakes. So what can I do to make my adventures more appealing to you?
See? This is exactly what I'm talking about. All you're thinking about is your adventures. It has nothing to do with the adventures. It's more just... forget it.
Even though Zooble was reluctant to participate in therapy, Cain did not truly give her a choice. That initial scene not only unveiled Zooble, but also revealed some things about Cain. Right from the start, Zooble made it clear that she was not exactly who we thought she was. We witnessed a calm and communicative Zooble, but the problem was that she didn't regard Cain as capable enough, as she bluntly stated. We also discovered that Zooble could actually feel hurt, which seemed impossible in earlier episodes. Zooble repeatedly told Cain that the main problem wasn't the adventures, but something completely different. In this moment, Zooble began to win us over positively, but the real twist arose in the next scene, revealing a side of Zooble that we never imagined. Zooble excels at saying,
I do not use my adventures to torture my guests! Any torment I inflict is 100% accidental, like any good war criminal!
We weren't even talking about that! I really couldn't give less of a crap about the adventures.
Then what is your problem, Zooble? I'm trying my best to remember, but both you and my brain won't tell me!
It's me, remember? I don't like myself. I hate this body. I hate all these stupid removable pieces. I just want to find something that feels good.
Oh, yeah, now I remember why I couldn't remember. It's because that problem is already solved. Simply swap out your undesirable Zooble parts for better ones.
I've been trying to find parts I like since the day I got here.
So, back to the adventures.
Forget it.
Forget it?
Just forget it.
Forget what?
Cain, nobody likes your stupid adventures.
Ha ha! Good one, Zooble.
Ragatha's just too nice to say anything. Jax just likes to f*** with everybody. Gangle's too shy to speak up. Kinger's insane. And Pomni, she looks traumatized every time she comes back from one.
Oh, Zooble, Zooble, Zooble. Making adventures is my art. It's all I exist to do, all I'm good at. And, what you're saying could imply that I'm bad at the only thing I'm good at, and that... that'd be...
Whose therapy session is this again?
Oh yeah! We need to get to the bottom of your behavioral issues! I'm gonna show you some ink blots, and you're gonna say the first word that comes to your mind.
Many people didn't notice how cleverly Zooble shut down that unwanted continuation of therapy with a single word. Zooble is genuinely adept at navigating situations. I mentioned something a while back that many people realized only by episode 3. Zooble isn't at ease in her own body, which is why she sometimes appears a bit rough around the edges.
Man, I can't believe Kaufmo just gave up like that. I mean, no offense, Kinger, but I always thought you would be next.
Thank you. Guess it just goes to show you can't rely on Kinger for anything.
She's experimented with various body options, but none of them made her feel comfortable. But is that the actual problem, or is it merely one of many? To truly understand, we need to revisit the pilot episode and parts of the third episode to grasp the therapy that went completely off the rails, but more on that later. Jax is probably the most significant annoyance for everyone in the digital circus, but there's something unique about his dynamic with Zooble.
You don't want to mess with the new AI, Zuby?
Yeah, no.
What exit? If there was a way to leave, I'm pretty sure we'd have all left by now.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
And Zooble turned straight.
My limbs straighten up and f*** off.
What about you?
He refuses to show us because he's a coward.
I want to keep the mystery alive. What do you, the viewers, think it is?
As I've stated before, Jax is the anti-hero that every successful show needs, and when you watch their interactions, Zooble might just be the one who can manage him. But the problem with Zooble isn't just her refusal to participate in the adventures. From the beginning, she has shown a dismissive attitude towards others, which is why I called her rude. Yet now it's all become clear. Zooble is just an insecure girl, and her so-called rudeness is simply a defense mechanism to protect herself from breaking down in this digital world. Also, when I noticed that she consistently rejected Cain, it seemed like she was trying to stand out, or maybe get more attention from him. As we can see, it actually worked. Look at this. At the beginning, Cain was cold towards Zooble's rejection of him.
What? No, God! I don't want an in-house adventure.
Don't worry, Zooble. I'll make it something unobtrusive that you can still choose to not get involved with.
In the second episode, he began to feel troubled.
Nope.
Zooble, wait! I'm testing out a new AI in this one. It should be 57 times more immersive.
And by the third day, he went to some pretty extreme lengths to manage it.
Zooble, I just want to get to the bottom of why you keep skipping all my amazing adventures. You could end up really hurting Bubbles' feelings.
Bubbles' feelings?
Enough about Bubbles' feelings. How about your feelings?
All she genuinely needed was a new body that would provide her with some comfort. In the final scene of episode 2, we see that Zooble does indeed care about others.
Got everything ready.
Hey, you at least want to join us for Kaufmo's funeral?
And I'm fairly certain that if she had the body she requires, she'd be more than willing to participate in all the adventures alongside the rest of the digital circus crew. Remember how I mentioned Zooble's insecurity? That's just part of the narrative. In the last therapy scene, we saw her as the therapist, while Cain is the one who truly needs to talk to someone.
Now I'm just starting to wonder if the Wild West was even a real direction at all. Whoopsie-daisy, looks like everybody completed the adventure and they're coming home. Quick!
Don't zone out yet, because after we finish, I'll share what's ahead for Zooble in episode 4. After watching episode 3, I realized that Zooble is completely different from the others. She is like a combination of many personalities. Sometimes she's a bit rude, then she becomes emotional and friendly, and even vulnerable at times. But all this just shows why Zooble is Gooseworx' favorite character. Honestly, I really hope things will go well for her, and that Cain will finally acknowledge what she wants and provide her with a more comfortable home. That would make the whole digital circus much brighter and better. Will that really happen? Or will Zooble continue to be a distant and conflicted character? Cain as the head of the digital circus. Cain as the head of the...
I'm not the boss. Oh wait, yes I am.
Anyway, can anything happen after that heartfelt conversation with Zooble? Not only did Zooble open up, but even Cain did. It's entirely plausible that we'll encounter a new version of Zooble in episode 4. She might finally become a part of the team in the next amazing adventure, helping and protecting everyone from Jax. There's also the possibility that Cain will ignore Zooble's primary concern again in episode 4, and she won't have a significant role anymore. Or maybe Cain will force her to accompany everyone, and that won't end well. What do you think? What are your theories on this? Share them in the comments. I'll be very interested to read. And even better comments will be in the next video. Subscribe to the channel and put a like. See you soon.